routine, and yeah, just been having a couple of thoughts about the whole concept of this lockdown and how long it's going to last. And just thinking about the amount of money and stuff that governments are spending on the lockdown and how much cash is going into this. I was just thinking, doesn't it make more sense instead of losing all the money in the economy and, the loss of business and people's earnings and so on, instead of putting billions and billions into, bailing out companies, bailing out people, covering the loss of wages and so on and so forth, wouldn't it make more sense to take all those, well, some of that money and just basically buy everyone in your country a face mask and gloves? Preferably a reusable face mask with changeable filters, then you can buy like tons and tons and tons of filters, so you can just supply people with face masks, filters and protection equipment so that the economy can carry on. Bear in mind, we'd still practice obviously some level of social distancing, but it wouldn't be so intense, because if everyone's wearing a face mask, then you're kind of safe in that you don't have to worry about, you have less to worry about in terms of breathing in germs, because other people aren't really breathing them out as per se. And obviously people who were really sick would be, getting medical care in hospital and so on. I think that makes a bit more sense in terms of the way forward than what we're currently doing, which is lockdown. In South Africa, the president's promised not to extend the lockdown beyond 21 days, although he might have to, because if you look at the results of the lockdowns in other countries, basically you don't have anything solid coming out of it in the first 21 days, and as far as I'm aware, I think you only start to see the proper results at about day 28 or somewhere around there, and then obviously you have to wait for the deaths curve to catch up, and that is some more days. So yeah, you'll be looking at possibly another 2 weeks on top of 28 days. Now that's a short-term scenario, because obviously, if there's still the disease around, people can't be coming out unless they're immune, which means only the people who have been sick can technically come back out. Which is why I was just thinking, instead of all this money that they're pumping into, bailouts as per se, just take that money, invest in gloves, sanitizers, face masks, possibly some of those aerosol sprays they had in China that basically fog people as they come in and out of buildings to clean any germs off them. And I think that would make, it kind of makes more sense to me, but I'm hoping someone will give a comment or something back as to why I'm wrong. Pretty much that's it, and that's just a thought on. I think we should just end the lockdown and just be super careful and carry on with life as close to normal as possible. Because I'm just thinking we're all going to get it at the end of the day, as they're saying, so is there really a point in everyone hiding away from it? Because if nobody's getting the disease, or, I don't know, can they actually kill it off? Basically, get it out of everyone's system before they end a lockdown, or would that take too long? Because I can't give it a time scale. I don't know how long it'll take to get things sorted out and to get, because basically the only way they can kill it off is that they need every single infected person to infect everyone who is infectable under the lockdown conditions. So that would be the people that they're in close contact with, and then once everyone who's had it has been treated and cured or passed away, then there'd be no more hosts available. So technically that might kill it off, although I wouldn't cross my fingers on that. And yeah, so we are waiting for a vaccine or a better solution, and I think that possibly just getting PPE, or entry-level PPE, you don't need the full-on bodysuits because we aren't doctors, but just to get the basics, some face masks, preferably not the cloth ones, but like the proper N95 face masks and gloves. And I think would be pretty good to carry on with life almost as normal, but close enough. And yeah, people could get back to work, economies could get going again, and hopefully everything would work out pretty much as fine as it's gonna work out now. Just yeah, maybe a bit quicker or maybe a bit slower. I don't know how it would work out, but yeah. That's my thoughts for now. Hope you guys are having a great day. We are on day 13 of lockdown. Not quite at the end there. Don't know if you can see behind me, but the sun is going to be setting in about an hour or so. And yeah, cool. Salute. Till later.